I'm not sure.
All right, welcome everybody to this event, Awakening Your Inner Abundance with Introspection and NeuroGraphica. Um, so glad everybody's here. I want to do just a little bit of housekeeping in the beginning. If you can turn your cameras on, we would love to see your beautiful faces. That would be amazing. Um, and have everybody keep themselves on mute if they can until I'm going to ask some questions later, and we may have you come off mute then to limit distractions. And I don't know if anybody has one of these, a cell phone. Does anybody here have one of these? Oh, yeah, me too. It's right here in my hand. If you have one, just if you can put it on do not disturb, that will keep you to be able the presence to be here in the room so there won't be any distractions. You will get the most out of this that way if you do that,
Text
if
Jen
you
for
commit to do that. um
good morning. I'm just checking with you. Do you have a Costco card? If you don't,
I don't have a Costco card. I don't even think there's a Costco close to here. All good. I got you muted there, Karen. All good. Um so a couple things that you're going to want to have, glad you're here, Karen, is if you have some paper, get some extra pieces of paper as well. The thicker, the better, so it doesn't bleed onto your table that you're writing on. So, paper, first thing, a pen, something to write with, or a pencil. That's another thing. Um, and if you don't have those things, go grab them and bring them back. And yeah, that's perfectly fine, Karen. Then a glass of water. Yep. But before we go to the glass of water, Sharpie markers. Does everybody have a Sharpie marker? Okay, awesome. And then some highlighters or some markers. Here's mine. This is my collection of highlighters and markers. So have those with you. And then you can also, for later on, I think the colored pencils kind of come last. Is that right, Diana? Usually,
yeah,
like
yeah.
colored pencils are something that maybe you can use after the event to fill in your NeuroGraphica art after we're done to take more time with it to really spend more time with it with the colored pencils. Depending on how um, fluid you are with art, you may want your colored pencils during this event. And if you don't have a glass of water, go ahead and get yourself a glass of water now.
Yeah, we definitely need a lot of water today.
And if you have a window, you can just pull the water hose in from outside and drink out of that. Just if you kink it and hold it in your hand, it won't leak. So you can do that while I don't know if that'll work or not, but you could try it. I'm going to wait for everybody to get back here. So we're going to be talking a little bit about abundance today. This will be the first of four experiential groups that we're going to do. We're going to do one each month. So we're going to have one this month of May. We're going to do one in June. It's going to be June 12th. We're going to do one in July, July 17th. And then we're going to do one in August, August 14th. Um, and these are going to lead up to something Diana and I are creating. It's going to be a container, a 3-month container for people who are really excited to move forward with this. But there's no need to do that because the most important thing is that everybody who's here, we want you to get the most out of this experience while you're here. And to do that, I want to ask you a couple questions. Is it okay if I ask you a couple questions? Is that all right? Give me a thumbs up if that's okay. Okay, cool. And then I'd love for you to also share your answers in the chat. So some of you might have received a form to fill out. talking about what is the area of your life that's really calling for abundance right now. Maybe it's the area where you have the most complaints. Maybe it's the area where you're having the most pain, suffering, frustration. Maybe it's the area of your life where you may be hiding, an area of your life where you might be a little worried. Um, could be around your health, fitness, your well-being. It might be around your business, your career, or the people that you work with. Maybe there's something there for you. It could also be around your family and the people in your family, maybe your children, maybe your partner, maybe could be around friends. There's some challenge there, some challenge. There's something you need to say, but you're not saying, something you need to do, but you're not doing. Has anybody here ever had something that they know they should be doing, but they're not doing it? Anybody? Okay, I'm not alone, thank goodness. I was getting a little scared there. I thought I might be the only the only one. Um, yeah, we have these areas of our lives where, yeah, it can be around finances as well. Um, where we know that there's more for us, but we're not taking the actions. We're not, or maybe we're even taking the actions, but we're doing it from a place of like, I gotta do this so I can get something, trying to force a square peg into a round hole, or you're just pushing so hard that it's exhausting. Has anybody ever pushed so hard that you've been exhausted trying to create something in a relationship, in a business or a career or in a family or a relationship? Anybody
Mhm.
got exhausted? Well, we want this experience to be something that's going to help you step out of that exhaustion and step out of that stress, step out of that lack, step out of that, oh, this is so hard. Why do I have to do that? The complaints, and stepping into um, an opportunity to show up to life in a different way. That's what this is about. So this is an opportunity to show up to life in a different way, to commit to take some actions from a different place, to try something on, try on a different, I don't have any hats here, I'd put one on, but to try on something different, try on a different way of being in the world. Try on a different set of questions. So that's what this is about. Um, today's session is going to be 120 minutes, or 2 hours for those of you that don't live based on minutes. Um, so that's how long it's going to be. Um, so yeah, let's. I want to speak to something, because this has the opportunity to really shift things for you. If you say yes to this today, and you show up to the next 3 sessions that we're going to do, that we're going to have as experiences, this can be a transformative experience for you. Just this one experience can be transformative for you. If you commit to show up to all 4 of these, this has the potential to really shift things in your life. That's what's on offer. That's what's here for all of us, for each of us. So I invite each of you um, to show up in the most, bold way you can, and be honest, be straight. We had some people share in the chat of the areas of their life that are challenging right now, the areas of their life where they want more abundance, they want to step into. And I want to say something. Abundance is a creative act.
Mhm.
Abundance is a creative act. And I would ask everybody on here, if you haven't muted yourself yet, please do so. If not, I can mute you as well. Um, so abundance is not something that's gonna. I've never experienced abundance when I'm sitting here going, abundance, come on, please, come on, land on me, please, come on, abundance. Has anybody ever done that? Come on, abundance, I know you're there. You gotta You got to come to me quick. Where are you? You're in everybody else's life, but not mine. Um, I kind of think of abundance to be kind of like a magnet. So if you have a magnet, there might be some metal underneath the dirt, but we got to dig the dirt and move the magnet to attract that metal, right? We have to dig the dirt away and walk around to different places and go and do different things and dig and um, we have to move the magnet. If the magnet doesn't move, we're not going to get any metal on our magnet. And we might have to do a little digging to find the metal as well for that magnet to attract what's already there waiting on us. But we might have to move a little bit and get out of our comfort zone a little bit to connect with that. And that's what today is about. Um, so I'd love for you to write down what's the area of your life that you want abundance in. Write that down. What's the area of your life where you want abundance? Maybe it's an area where you're hiding. Maybe it's an area where you've been pushing. Maybe it's an area where you complain. It's okay. Me too. Maybe it's an area where you're frustrated, where you're sad, where you wish things were different, but they're not. This is for you. Find out what that area is. And what have you tried to make that area of your life different? Or what do you know you need to do that you're not doing? Write that down too. What have you done? Or what do you know you need to do differently that you haven't done? And this is not about judgment, this is just about awareness. Because we're gonna work to shift that today. And because we're gonna do a creative act. Diana's gonna lead us. Diana Gencheva is gonna lead us in some NeuroGraphica. Yeah. Which I'm super excited about. Does anybody want to take just a few minutes to share? Is there anything coming up for anybody now before we get started on the NeuroGraphica? Does anybody want to share on anything that has been shared? Take just a couple minutes here to share, Julie.
Yes, the area of my life that where I want more abundance is I want an abundance of demands for
Can you say that
coaching.
again? For what was that?
I don't know the word in English for I want that people ask me things. Demands. I don't know if it's the right word in English, but I want to be that people ask me for coaching, for to pick my brain, for interviews, for collaborations, for to buy my products, to anything that use my gifts and my knowledge and my wisdom. Yeah, I want more of that. And what I need to do differently that I haven't done is to be more visible and to do call to actions more. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing that. Veronica.
Yes, first of all, my apologies. I couldn't turn on the camera. I was just trying to find paper, and thank you for the gift of everybody's presence here and the honor of the space. And I almost could be a soul sister right now with Julie because I have exactly the same thing written right down here, and it also connects with just embodying the value that one feels that is called to add. And so for me, was getting abundance, see how I can serve add values to others, and it just came to me as Julie was speaking, an idea of just having a white shirt with a big question mark. And then people will come and ask you questions. Or, yeah, I don't know if that, or maybe imprint whatever art is going to come out of this and a question mark on the back. And maybe people will come and say, what the heck? What is that? Anyways, but that's me. That's what I need, abundance. The same as Julie.
Thank you, Veronica. Awesome. Awesome. Diana. So I want to introduce Diana. How many of you already have met and know Diana Gencheva? Amazing. Diana, it's really great to be creating this with you in this space. Your energy is always so bright. You always have such a lovely smile and a lovely energy, and it's super exciting to always just to be with you is so much fun. And I'm really excited about this. This is going to make a difference for so many people. So, and I'm so glad that you're here. Diana is a leadership. She's the leader of in the Bulgaria for NeuroGraphica, and in Europe, she's one of the leaders there as well. And she's going to be graciously leading us today in NeuroGraphica for Abundance. So I want to go ahead and turn it over to Diana, and we'll go from there.
Thank you, Robert. I'm so happy to be here with all of you today. Let me introduce myself a little quickly. So I am in NeuroGraphica since 2020, certified NeuroGraphica instructor from 2021, and my mission and my passion is NeuroGraphica. As Robert said, I'm leading NeuroGraphica in Bulgaria and the English project of NeuroGraphica. So for me, it's a pleasure to talk with so many people and to spread NeuroGraphica all over the world. This is one method that completely changed my life, and I see that I see the results in other people's life. And I'm here today and the other days, of course, to give you from my passion, from my love, not only about NeuroGraphica, but about life and love. At the beginning, when I was talking with Robert, because I was thinking about what is my lack of abundance, and I was thinking that is love. And actually, I realized that the current level of the love in my life, it's enough. I have more than what I have asked for. I don't have partner, but that's my choice, and I see that I feel very well with that. And I have other places I want to have more abundance, of course. So even if you realize during the drawing that this is not my the area that I'm missing abundance, it's fine. This drawing will be very, as he said, very interesting and very fun, because we can create even an impossible things for us. We can dream, and maybe some of these dreams, they will come true very fast. So I will turn the camera. Do you have any questions? I see how many people. Please write in the comments. Minus if you haven't tried NeuroGraphica. If you're here in NeuroGraphica for the first time. So first time, okay, there is one. Okay, I want to show two things, but even it's not your first time, I just want you to watch me to make the neural line. Okay, Karen, also for first time, amazing. And do whatever I'm doing, just follow my instructions, and let me move the camera. Follow my instructions, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment. I will, oops, what happened here with my camera? I will answer you immediately. So NeuroGraphica has been created 12 years ago from Pavel Piskarev. And here we are using the graphical method to create our new neural connections. Well, maybe 1 second, because my camera is something. What is trying to happen here? I apologize for this. Usually my camera doesn't make any troubles.
Well, while you're doing that, how about I can ask the group a couple more questions around what we started with while you're working on your camera. How does that sound?
That's great.
to
Thank you.
everybody? Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. I want to shift the view back to the gallery view so I can see everybody. Oh, there you are. And I want to say welcome to Caroline. Welcome. And also to Karen for your first time here. It's really glad to have you here. So I want to ask you a question. That area of your life that you wrote down, I want to ask you a question. Where are you? Oh, in Calliope. Hi, Calliope. It's been a long time since I've seen you as well. Hi. Hi. Um, where in your life in that area are you waiting on the outside circumstances to change or the outside conditions to change um, before you allow yourself to feel secure or successful in that area? I want you to think about that. Where are you waiting on the outside circumstances to change before you feel secure or successful? Is everybody, I want to share a little story with you. Are you okay if I share a story? All right. A few months ago, I guess it's been, I'm not good with dates. So when I think back to dates, I think, I don't know, it's like 2, 3 months ago, maybe. I started to have some physical like symptoms around my health, like some shortness of breath, some heart palpitations, some other things. And I started getting up in my head about it and started worrying about it. And so I started complaining. Has anybody ever complained? Started complaining to people. I'm having this, I'm having that, I'm having this problem. And everybody would say, well, have you gone to the doctor? No. No, I haven't gone to the doctor. What do you mean? Go to the doctor? Have you got it checked out? Have you done anything about it? No, no, no. So I went through that for maybe 2 months of complaining and complaining about it and talking to people about it, and people continuing to say the same things over and over. Have you gone to the doctor? Have you changed your diet? Have you tried more exercise? And I did change some of my diet and exercise. Um, but I started feeling really contracted and scared, and I could feel that leaking over into other areas of my life because I wasn't doing what I could do about my health. I even drove to the doctor twice and turned around because I was like, they're going to tell me something's wrong and they're going to project all their fears onto me and I'm going to be sick and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I was having some thinking about it, but finally I went to the doctor. I have some tests coming up and I still have some of those symptoms, but the way that I feel about those symptoms is very, very different. By taking the action that I knew that I needed to take, when I have those symptoms, I say, "Yep, I'm doing what I need to do about it." I know that. So I want to share that story with you, not for me, but for you to share. There is a step you can take in your life around that area that can make a difference, that can change the thinking we have about it, that can shift the way that you're showing up, and that you can have more space around that area of your life and have more confidence. So I want to share that with you. And it looks like Diana has her camera fixed, so I just want you to think about that story about that area of your life and what can be different for you as well. All right, Diane, are you ready?
Yes, thank you, Robert.
You're welcome.
Yeah, always, whatever we do, we need to have plan B, because sometimes the situation challenges us and surprises us. So I want to share some, but believe me, we always have plan B. Just we need to be calm and think clearly, always. So for those of you that you haven't tried NeuroGraphica, there are two very important things you need to know about. The first one is the neuroline. Neuroline, it's that kind of line that goes wherever you don't expect it to go. You lead it, and it doesn't repeat in any area of its direction. This is not spontaneous line. You are the master. You are the person that holds the pencil or marker or whatever and leads the line. But there is something very important. When you make it, you need to feel some kind of a little resistance. Let's say if you feel like you want to move your hand up toward the upper corner, you can move it a little bit down, change the directions. This is like if you decide to go to work, but you change the direction to your work and you're not going the same way. NeuroGraphica the neuroline helps us to break this pattern, because it's like a pattern. We repeat the same things every day, and we're breaking it with the neuroline. This is not neuroline. This is also not neuroline, and the straight line, it's not neuroline. You need to try. So just for 2-3 minutes, I want you to try and make neuroline the way it's like when you're traveling with the airplane and you see the river, how it goes on the ground. It looks the same. Make a couple of lines. Just you need your hand to feel it, to create it. And even here I created straight line. I can neurograph this line and make it different. And you will see that once you start doing this, whenever you are talking on the phone or listening very important lectures or information, you can start creating some neurolines, and you will see that the inner critic, the resistance for this information will go away. And this is the neuroline. And the second thing, I think, I did it while I was waiting for all of you to make your first neurolines. The second very important thing is the rounding. Wherever we have two lines that they cross, we have 4 edges. And the edges, they represent conflict, stress, tension. So we don't like them. And what we should do here is create this small smile on one side, then on the other, then on this all 4 sides, you need to create one smile and fill it in with the marker, but make them so nice, bold, and you need to blend a little bit the marker so everything looks natural and looks like one neural connection. And why we do this? Because our brain can, if I have 4 dots, our brain can create a shape out of them. So for me, this could be a square. And here is the same thing. We create this little smile, and our brain close it to a circle. And the circle represents harmony energy, abundance, love. And this is what we are doing. We are turning all the conflicts from this, because each line is one thought, is one idea. So we are turning these conflicts into an ideas, into possibilities, into something that we could achieve. And the other thing is, because all these thoughts that we have represented by the lines, maybe we think, we see them like this from above, but in the space, they are not connected. And actually, by rounding them, we are connecting them, and they're becoming one. They're becoming one neural connection. And like this, at the end of the drawing, many times we feel energized, we feel full of ideas, we feel like, oh yes, now I can take the phone and call my friend and tell him about my business plan that I want to achieve. It's easy because we already remove this limitation, because when the lines they cross, there is something that the conflict, the limitation that we have between these two ideas in our brain. So these are the two very, very important things about our drawings. And because while we're doing this, it's like we are creating a brain surgery. And that's why it's important to drink water, because we will have very intense process. The other thing, if you feel resistance in some moment while we're drawing, don't give up on your drawing, don't give up on your work, just continue rounding, because your brain has resistance. And you're the boss, and you can say, no, I will keep drawing, I will keep rounding, and everything will be fine. So I would like to see a couple of neurolines. Can you show me on the screen, especially for those of you that you are new, and I would like to see. Netu, oh, you're perfect. Amazing job. Okay. Very well. I love it. Okay, Andrea. Nice. Very well rounded. Are you a NeuroGraphica? Okay, Isabel also. Okay, good. You need to work a little bit on the rounding. When rounding the lines, so when they're on 4, you need to round on every one side. And something that I saw in my last 2 workshops, whenever I said to the people round the corners, they were making something like this, which it's not rounding. We need to create these smiles, but they should be on every one side, because we have 4 corners, 4 edges. We need to smooth them, all of them. Okay. So
we have a hand up, Diana. Veronica has her hand up. She has a question.
Yes.
I don't know if it's a question, but I'm sure there's no right or wrong on this. You haven't said that, but I assume, because nothing in life is right or wrong. But it's kind of like this. I think it may be blurred. Let's see. Do I need to round more? Does it show? I'm not sure if you can see this.
You made very good rounding. I would recommend next time when you start to create the lines, they're like more that way. Because the way
more curvy.
More curvy. Yes. Because I will show you the way you did them.
I should start again then.
They're like this. No, this is just an exercise. Don't worry. So you created something like this. But if we look at the line, it's everywhere.
It's smooth.
It's straight. It's like a straight line. And what is straight line? Where do you have this line? So it needs to be a little bit more curvy to go.
Okay.
This makes it more bionicle.
But I can quickly get another piece of paper and redo it.
No worry. Yes. This is just a small exercise. And now we are starting with the actual drawing. Okay.
Yeah, and something I'll suggest is, if you don't have some extra paper, go ahead and grab yourself a couple extra pieces of paper because we're going to be doing a couple different things. So
Mhm.
just take a moment. If you don't have it, grab
Yeah,
a
I
couple
need to
extra
do that
pieces.
because what I was looking for is the paper and I could never find it. So I only have a beige paper. I'm gonna get more. Please give me 1 second. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, I would like to see some more neurolines. I would be happy to see. Okay, Colby, she has them very nice. And Kate, lovely. Let me see, Robert. Kate, I like yours. Okay. Oh, you're master already.
Oh, Robert, you're a master, I can tell.
Vladimira, she's here. I would love to see your. So, okay.
Sorry, I have a question quickly before we start. What should I make out of my resistance to create those lines? My hand doesn't want to create those lines. I tried again. I tried now several times, and my hand refuses to make those lines. What does that mean?
You have some resistance, but why? Ask yourself, why do I have a resistance to make these neural lines?
Okay, I'm gonna think about it. Okay, feel. I'm gonna feel with my heart. Okay.
Yes, yes. So now we're beginning with our actual drawing. Take another clear piece of paper, and we can write down our topic. And as we're working and talking about abundance, I want you to write it down. So, and we will explore after what we need to do. Abundance. And here, I will set a timer for 2 minutes. We need to write down all the words that they're coming, in a flow, in a free way, in the flow, related to the topic. Maybe you might have some negative. Don't worry about this. This is good. This will show you where you need to work, where your next step it might be. Maybe they're all positive. But I will give you I will challenge you and make this exercise, spread the words like one composition of words on the paper. Don't write them down as in columns or in rows. Just spread them all over the place, all over the sheet. Maybe some of them they will be with big letters, some of them they might be with small letters. Start your creative process from this small exercise. So if you're ready, I will set the timer just 1 second because I'm
check
using
in.
my.
Does anybody have any questions about what Diana shared about this particular practice? This is kind of like a little brain dump. Whatever comes into your mind, just write down whatever words. Doesn't need to be in any kind of order. That's what I heard you sharing, Diana. Just doesn't have to be a certain size.
Sorry, I do have a question. Is it in regards to how we connect with abundance or about anything?
About abundance.
An abundance in the terms of what we're wanting or what we're missing or whatever comes in connection with that word.
Whatever comes in connection with that.
Okay. Sorry for having so many.
It's good. I like that you have so many questions because you're not presuming things and getting wrong ideas and understanding. So if we're ready, okay, I can start the timer. Are we ready? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, great. So I am setting the timer. Start. you can write down your last word. Now, I want you to count how many words did you write? And take 2-3 markers. How many? 11. So Brenda, I would recommend you just write down 5 more words. 9. Idalia also write down few more until 16. Okay, 18, 16. Good. Very well. So if you have less than 16 words, so this means that either you're trying to control too much the topic, or it's not that important for you. Sometimes we're thinking a lot about what shall I do, what my next step is, and this is blocking us. We are like in a constant thinking of what shall I do next? But we need to let go of the control, and believe me, then we receive a lot. But some of them are the same. No problem, they could be the same. Even if you feel like you can repeat one word a couple of times. You can repeat the word abundance or the word love. Calliope wants to say something. Okay, so now I want you to take one highlighter and just highlight some of the words that you feel like emotionally connected, or they mean something to you. And something that I realized at the beginning while Robert he was talking, it's a miss to come back to the pleasure of what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of things. I like it, but it's like I missed pleasure. I missed the real connection with me in this creative process. And this is what I want to, because that's how the greatest idea are born. And highlight them. Dreams and love. And I don't know, maybe observe yourself how are you feeling right now? Just adding some color to this simple composition with words. Observe how your state changes. I like it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Hi. If we put them in a circle, is it okay, or we have to highlight them like this?
You can put them in the circle, but
Okay.
highlighting give you a different impression because you're putting the energy of the color. The color
The
has
circle
meaning.
is with a color. Is it
Okay,
okay?
it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
However you feel it. So,
Sorry,
and when
can I ask something as well? I'm sorry, I missed basically the next step. So either we circle them or we draw colors
highlight.
on 5.
No, how many you want? Not 5. As many as you want.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank
And when you're ready, we can start with actually our drawing. I need a sign that we are ready and we can continue. And okay, thank you, Robert. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, all of you. I turned the same paper on the other side, and you can put your hands, even make like this, and you can put your hands. Feel the energy of your hands going to the paper, because with our energy, we will create. something interesting. Connect with this paper. Feel the gratitude that you can create whatever you want in your life. You're the creator of it. And no one can take this from you. And when we're ready, we can start with our drawing. I would suggest you that we will start with the first thing. We will create one circle. This is our perfect life. I don't take any tools, make it by hand. Even it's not a perfect circle, there is no problem. The life is not perfect. We don't need to create perfect circles. And this one, we will divide it in 4 pieces. We can name these 4 areas in our life. I would name mine I will show you just, and if you want, you can follow me. If no, you can add something of yours. My 4 areas are health, finances, relationship or love, and business or career. So these are the 4 areas. If someone feels like you want to add different one, to replace one with something that is more important to you, feel free to make it. But these are the most common areas we need abundance in our life. We need improvement most of the time. But for some people, maybe personal growth could be more important than business, or connection with people, or time for yourself and relax. Maybe it's more important. So feel free to change if you feel so. So I will name here. I'm going to take another marker. So the first one for me is health. This one is finances or money. This is love. And here is business. And what we will start doing, I want you to think, we'll start with the first area. I want you to think what you already do in this area and it's going well. Let's say in the health area, maybe you start to exercise or to eat healthy or to go to the gym. What you're doing currently at this moment, you're already doing. So, and create, because our composition will grow and always start with the center, and we're going outside. So I will create something like I'm eating healthy, 1 circle, and put maximum 3 circles, 3 things that you are doing at the moment, because we need to have space for something more. Even we will go out of this drawing. What you're doing already. So one thing, I'm eating healthy. What else? And very important, the circles, they don't need to be the same size. So here I will put 1 small circle because I started to exercise, but I'm not so disciplined about this. Okay, these are my 3 circles. How do I feel about them? I believe that I can make more, but at the moment I'm excusing myself a lot, which I realize is not good. When you're ready with these 3 circles, we can move to the next area. Again, make 3 circles about your finances. What you're doing for your finances at the moment. Because even we don't have enough, but we want to grow more, we're doing something. Maybe you have a job, and you're getting paid. You're getting some.
Colby asked a
Yes,
question about, she said, should they be overlapping?
they could
and
overlap. Yeah,
They can,
Wait,
they don't have to, right? So
they don't
it's
have
open,
to.
right?
and another
Yes.
question. So if I understand correctly, the size of the circles define how much attention we pay in our life to specific areas. Meaning, if I saw correctly, you make a big circle for eating healthy, and then you said that you would like to exercise more, so you make it smaller, the circle, and then you
Yeah.
made another circle on the top. So it's like you have made a little mouse with 2 ears. Is this on purpose, the shape that you have them?
No.
Is it okay? So you just okay. So in a few words, are we going freely here, and we just make circles? I can make a circle down here in the middle, and then up there somewhere in the area. Or you said
No. As I
you
said, we
go.
start from the center. That's why we start from the center. And here, let's say in finances, I would say here, okay, I have this big circle for my finances because, yeah, I'm working hard and I'm happy with what I'm doing and I'm saving some money. For me, this is very important. And what else? So I will show you. Now here, I want to put just 2 circles and I will keep it like this. But we put them in the center. And then for this space, I will ask you different questions. So we will keep building our drawing, our composition. So here in the center, put up to 3 circles for some things that you're already doing it.
I see. Okay, so this is clarification right now.
Yes.
So we put 3 circles that for something we are doing, and then we continue for something. Okay. Thank
then
you.
we will continue. Okay, perfect. Up to 3. I said up to 3, so you can add just 1. It's perfect. I added 2. I don't want to add more about my finances. About love, how many circles? Oh, I'm connecting with friends, and I'm even going to the other area because some of this. So here, love. I mean, it's general love for me. It's not like a love from partner, and because this relation I create with people, a lot of times bring to business, bring to finances, and I see that okay, this circle even went in the finances. There is a question here. I want to read it. I accidentally put 4. No problem. It's okay. So this means that you're doing more things. And so, friends, I'm connecting with people. And I feel fine. I feel like I want to add it here, the 3rd circle. And about my business, my biggest challenge. About my business, I opened it. I'm talking about it. And here we're not trying to create any shapes that we already know, like as you said, mouses, or to search like a heart or something. Just we are creating the composition with circles and we add them to the paper. And this is mine. They're connected one to each other. And here it comes the neuroline to combine all of them. And from the center toward the end of the circle, even it's going out, you can create a couple of lines. And even if your circles are not connected, you can connect them with the neuroline. And interesting, I left the love for the last. And I want you to see that you already have enough. Maybe it's not enough in the way that you want it to be, but you already have something in your life. You have your health. Maybe you need improvement, but you have it. Let's say I want to relax more and to have more time for myself. Okay. Even you might have an idea. Okay, here I can do this or that. And start rounding wherever the lines they're crossing. This drawing, for sure, you will have a little homework after that at the end. And I will be happy to see it, to see the final results. And while we are rounding, and let's say now I'm in health and I'm rounding it, I want you to think what I could do in this area so I can feel abundance in this area. So I can feel more health, more energy, to improve my tonus, to feel better. What I could do, and create a circle. So what I could do, oh, of course, I know this is. I could say my day off, it's Sunday, no matter what, and switch off the phone. That's my dream. What else I could do? To create one routine that, and as you see, the circles there, they might get bigger. You can keep them the same size, but they might get bigger. So this is my routine for day-to-day life. When to relax, when to sleep. I need structure. And here I will add one more. Again, we add like 3 things we want to do. And even if you come up with some nice idea, write it down. Write it down, and because you might forget it at the end of the workshop. And by rounding everything, yeah, here you might have a resistance because we're creating these new neural connections, and this is the first step to changing our life. And you might have this resistance because you until now you used to live in one specific way. Let's say I feel the resistance at the moment because I get used living under this stress. It's like if I don't live in stress, I'm not doing anything. I need it, but I need to relax. Otherwise, I will have this burnout. And I'm rounding and I'm feeling like I'm getting calmer. I'm feeling better. I don't need this stress. Observe in which area you are feeling the most resistant. Maybe this is your health. Maybe this is your business. And ask yourself, why is this big resistance in me? Am I afraid of failure or afraid of success? Am I afraid that if I am healthy, I need to do more things for my business or for me or for the others? Interesting insights you might have right now. And I did already. I put what I want to do in my health area. And then I will go to my finances. What I need to do more in my finances. And I added 2 circles. What I can do. And this, as you see, they're somehow connected. If you see them like diagonally, my finances are connected to the business. The health is connected to the love and relationships. And while doing this, I was just thinking, I need to put the price list in my office. And this is connected to the business. I should announce what I'm doing and what is the price for it, to present my services. Sometimes I remember myself, I was afraid to say the price because I was thinking of the people, they don't have money to pay or they don't want to pay. But actually, if they come to me, they're okay. They are ready to pay the price of my service. Or maybe this is to ask for a pay rise. How are you feeling? I would like to know, how do you feel right now? Does anyone has resistance, or you feel that it's difficult?
I
What
have,
do you- Yes.
well, we did that, Tian, together 5 years ago, and I am back to the same problem. And I am thinking, what is the problem that I have with my brain? So it's not easy for me. It's not easy to do that. It's impressive. I don't know why. I do not understand how to do anything of what you're doing. I did the circles, and then I couldn't understand when you say to bring the lines. So I keep on bringing many lines, and this is not right. Correct? I don't
Mhm.
understand. I need.
Can I see your drawing? Can I see your
Well,
drawing?
what is there to see? This is not
It's
not right.
perfect. This is
No,
perfect. It is. It is perfect. I think you're too critical. It is
wait.
perfect. It
N-
is.
But this, So the thing is that
It
I
looks like
see,
mine.
no, it doesn't, because what you're doing here, you're from every department of the circle, you bring out two lines. I have brought more than them.
Good, perfect. I want to see Brenda. I want to see Brenda's drawing.
I
Hi,
know. I
Brenda.
was trying to see if you could see mine, but
It's perfect.
oh,
Even you put more lines, it's fine because
there you go.
yeah, I love it, Brenda. Keep rounding. Good. Okay, I see. All and Julie. Okay, keep rounding. Very well done.
It
And
kind of feels good to just let go and just let your hand flow and follow the circles.
Yeah.
Sorry. So can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is mine. I don't know if it's right, wrong, or in between, but oh, just I don't know why my camera is blurred. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I just feel only tons of resistance, especially in the financial part that I think it deals with the yeah. So my pen can hardly want to move, but I'll do it anyways.
Yeah, just keep rounding. And one thing that you could also do when you feel resistance, Brenda, thank you for reminding me. You can make something like you're going around a circle with the neuroline. So let's say I want to show it here. You have the circle like this. You can go around with neuroline and just you're taking the energy from the circle. You're not keeping it just like this, but you're going with neuroline. And like this, you let go of the control, really. And you're connecting even better with the circle, with the meaning that you put it there for this circle. Because what we are using here, it's the meaning of it. Yes, it's a personal creation, not a copy of mine. Great, amazing. So Caroline, you can create even bigger circles. So you can allow yourself to, okay, if this circle means that I will achieve something very meaningful for me, make it as big as possible for you, as you feel it. Actually, as you feel it.
I'm
Allow
not really
yourself.
feeling a lot of ideas, and I'm also not sure about the color. I'm just coloring in. I don't quite get the, what did you call
The
it?
rounding.
Rounding. Yeah. I'm just coloring in between. I'm not sure I quite understand what you're meant to be doing there.
So I will
Rounding.
show you. So the rounding is you create one small, unfortunately small paper. So the rounding is 1 second. Let's say we have here the line. You create this small smiles. And here it is. And like this, we're rounding all the edges. So at the end, our drawing will look so nice, so something like this.
So we're like re-going over the circles with smaller lines. Is that what you mean? Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm coming to love and relationships, I will call it. And what else I could do here? And our target is to create as many as possible, to fill in the whole area with circles, because we will have even after that something. So I put it one thing. Oh, here's something again. It's going. So I'm mixing finances and love. Something this, I don't know. Even you can, oh no, in a while we will come to the miracles. So for business, I want to block time for my business. Creative time for it. Oh, and here I want to make it bigger. We will have to, we will really, this is the challenge here because we will have to round almost everywhere. If somewhere you didn't round, it's not a problem. But now it comes the funny part in this whole drawing. The third question I want to ask you, I want you to create the third layer of circles in this drawing. It's what is the impossible I can do in this area? Even something that for you at the moment looks like impossible for you to do it. Maybe to hire a coach to train you. Maybe to get a person to work for your business. Maybe maybe if you didn't put the pay rise that you want to ask for, to add it and to add a certain amount. I want to ask for this kind of money for as a pay rise. Thank you, Calliope, for joining us.
Sorry, I'm confused.
Yes.
We're adding that to every area or just to the one area?
To every.
So can you repeat again the instruction? We're adding.
So, yes. So what we did until now, we added the first layer of circles that were what I'm doing at the moment. We added a second layer of circles, what I can do. Like it's possible for me to do it. If I plan it from tomorrow, I can start, saying my boundaries, having my day off, and so on. And the third, even we will go out of this circle, it's what is the impossible thing I could ask for in the certain area. So here we have health, finances, love and relationship, and business. Let's say for me, it looks impossible at the moment to hire somebody for my marketing. But this means that it won't happen. At the moment, I'm thinking that it's impossible. But maybe tomorrow, I might see a person or I might talk to someone that could say, okay, I can work for you for free and you will pay me later when you have more income. We are allowing the impossible to appear. We are letting go of this control. Oh, I should do this and this in order to happen something else. Because we are limiting ourselves. And now we are allowing to let go of all the limits. So what about my health? Really, I want to hire a personal coach. And I will write it down here. This is my personal coach. I would love to work with someone. I did it a couple of times and really feels amazing.
Sorry, can you please repeat what we're adding right now?
What is the most it looks impossible for you to happen in this area? What you could do that it looks like impossible?
Okay.
Now, what is the impossible you could do? Because a lot of times we are not we're stopping us from dreaming like dream big.
Yeah, for me, like around my health, it would be run a marathon.
Yes.
That's like like a huge goal. It's like, oh yeah. Or possibly like around my business, it could be coach a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company. That could be one of my huge possibilities to add to that.
Right. Create a circle for those things, and even you can create a circle for a miracle, something that you don't know what it is. You have no idea. Let the unknown reveal in your life to happen in your life. And here, just check all your circles to be connected. If, let's say, you added a circle somewhere on the paper and it's not connected to the other ones, put one line. So they're connected, because nothing in our drawing should stay alone. So let's say here, as it is, I have one and I have one big and I have one small. We cannot leave them like this. I need to connect them, because nothing exists by itself. And they're together. So nothing should stay alone. I like the ideas for coaching big businesses, and I want to facilitate some businesses here in Bulgaria. Currently, I'm focused on the kids, but the businesses are also very interesting. But here, okay, one with the kids. Ooh. And now adding these circles, like for the impossible things, I felt like a kid I was many years ago. And I let myself dream about all these things. I didn't have this limitation. Oh, I cannot have this. But I felt it, yeah, this is impossible. This is possible. And I could have it in my life. Connect with this feeling like you already have these impossible things in your life. And think who you are there. How does it look, the person that have these things? Are you more confident?
So sorry, I'm just confused. What part are we in right now? Connecting all the circles?
We're just connecting them, yes.
Okay.
We added the
But
third part and we're connecting.
but
And
what as we connect them, can we go over the circles, or we have to connect them respecting the lines of the circles?
you can go over the circle. What do you mean to go over the circles?
Well, cross across each one of the circles if we need to. Like
Yes.
even within the one, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Because maybe these things, they're connected. The finding, creating more programs for your business, or getting in a healthier way, healthier lifestyle, will help you improve your business, because you will have more energy and more creativity. And they're connected, or the friends that you have. So I felt like the partner that maybe I will meet someone someday. I will have a common business with him. And that's why they're related, and my finances will grow. And our main goal here is to connect all the circles, to round them. And while you are rounding and thinking about the certain thing you have added on the paper, what I could do to make it happen, to whom I can call, with whom I can speak right now, or maybe the next couple of days. What is my next step? Because as Robert, he said, abundance is a creation, act of creation. So we need to create. We need to create the circumstances. Even if you feel to add more lines, you can add more lines. So what you can create in order to have abundance, this abundance that you wish for in the specific area. Because yeah, we're drawing NeuroGraphica, and this method could help us in many areas, but definitely we need to take action. And what is your action that you will take? If you feel lack of abundance in your health area, okay, and now you're willing to improve your health, travel, go to more hikes or run a marathon. Yes, you need to exercise more, to train more. And how do you feel planning this? Next steps. Next steps.
Who wants to come in?
What it was? Robert, how do you feel?
I have a lot of circles. I feel expanded.
Mhm.
There's a lot of circles on my page. A lot of possibilities are opening up. It is interesting how in the beginning how kind of some resistance to create more circles
Mm-hmm.
to oh no, that's too many. I can't have that many circles. And that's something else that this experience is about. Oh, Isabel says I have more energy. That's awesome.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice.
yeah, this is about all the good things in my life have come from when I've challenged myself beyond what I thought I was capable of or that was possible for me. So one of the things that comes up for me is like, what's the challenge I get to create for my life? And I'll ask you this, everybody here, what's the challenge you get to create for yourself in your life? Because there's passive challenges in life, and then there's active challenges. Um, if I sit around and I don't move the magnet to find the metal, like over time, there's going to be passive challenges from not moving. I had my great uncle. His name was Uncle Harold. He retired very young, and all he did was sit in his lazy boy and watch TV and play cards. And he got really sick really quickly, and he passed at a pretty young age. Um, and I think about his life experience and what I learned from him. You know, he was living in a passive challenge, the challenge of being stagnant. And this awakens things like, where do I get to challenge myself? The things in my life where I've always, can anybody else relate to this? Where I've felt the most joy and the most exciting to share with people have been the challenges that I've created for myself. Choosing to create my own business. And I'm not saying there's not frustration and stress with that, and there's not moments where it's like, what am I doing? You know, there can be moments that can come up. But those are the things. If you think about somebody at the end of their life, do you ever hear people talk about the times of their life when their life was easy and they didn't do anything and they just sat around? Or do they talk about the times of their life where they were creating challenges, or they were challenged by something and they overcame and stepped in and created something around that? People talk about the times of their life when they were challenged. So
And
yeah,
most
that's
of the
what,
time,
yeah.
they most of the time they regret things they didn't do.
Yeah, the challenges they didn't create for themselves. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Yep. And they don't, people don't talk a lot about that. But that's what this is about. This isn't about sitting down and we're doing NeuroGraphica and then amazingly abundance is going to come. I can tell a story about Kate and I after the NeuroGraphica we did in, I think, was that August? I can't remember when it was, but we did NeuroGraphica and Kate wrote down her words that kept coming up for her were family and florals, and she wanted to create more in her art expression. And we left after the NeuroGraphica and we went out to go to the Cigar Box Festival, and the Cigar Box Festival was canceled. So we decided to drive around and we went like one block from the Cigar Box Festival, and there's five. This is true. It sounds unbelievable, but we parked and we saw this pretty little shop and it looked like an art shop. So we stopped and we got out and we went in, and we found out that there's a row of five different artists' shops in a row there. What's that called? Is it called Royal Square? I think it's called Royal
Royal
Square
Square.
in
Yeah.
in New York. And so we went into the shop and we were talking to the lady that owns the shop, and I was connecting with her, and she said, "Yeah, we host local artists in our shop." And um, I said, "Oh, Kate knows an artist," just kind of jokingly. And the lady said, "Oh, you're an artist?" And she said, "Do you do florals?" And I was like, "What?" It was amazing. That was pretty amazing, wasn't it? That was such an amazing experience. But that happened because we went out into the world, you know, out into the world. We didn't just sit, we weren't stagnant. We were out creating, connecting, being with people, saying yes to something. Um, and I think that's something important that I keep experiencing is I love being online, and this is an amazing experience, and I love being with all of you, and where the creation can happen here. But it's like, what are you doing after this? Are you going out into the world? Are you connecting? Are you calling people? What are you doing with what insights have come here? What are you doing with that? That's the most important part of this.
So excited about what's happening there and what's happening already for my clients. And I want to.
Oh, what happened, Karen? You went on mute. Something happened there. All of a sudden, you went on mute.
Because we have another half an hour, I would suggest we take the highlighters and we start coloring our drawing. Here, there is only one rule, which is, I need pink, which is you need to have two neighbor cells minimum with the same color, two neighbor cells. So you can create the circles in one color, but so what I mean, two neighbor. So this and two, and these are neighbor cells. And I need to have them in one color. I cannot make one pink and one yellow because they're like, again, single. We need to have minimum 2. I can create a flows, of course, but I want to make some circles here. And for my business. And add color with the highlighters. It's faster. You have these bright colors. That they create this nice impression. I like to create also flows like this now. The flow of energy. I like to feel it. And you can mix the colors. They can overlap. So even here, it will go over the, yeah, and the pink. And here again, observe how do you feel at the moment. I feel super energized. Somehow curious of what I can create when sitting and writing down the notes from today, my inspiration, my ideas. Observe the colors that you're adding. What is the meaning again you are assigning to the different color? While I was putting the blue, I was like, the money are always blue. They need this. They need to come with easiness, like the water, to come easy in my life. And even you can like adding this meaning, the money they come easy in my life.
Lulu wants to come in.
You need to let them in. And I need a little green energy. You can get creative. You can add different colors. And I see that I started with some off, like not so bright colors. And at the end, I want to add more and more bright colors, all of them to be bright. And I will keep drawing it afterwards. And the next thing, we added some color. We need to take this kind of big marker. If you don't have it, you can use the normal Sharpie you have, but if you have this thick marker, it's easier. And we need to bring the help from the universe in our drawing. And for this reason, I will use this one because this is the strongest, the biggest, I would say, the most powerful energy in our drawing. And I want everyone can create it the way you feel it. It could step on existing lines or it could go to a totally new, but we have already a lot of lines. And I see that here it's going very hard. They could cross, they could cross, but not like X. And I see that in my lab, I created 2 lines, which is interesting. And this is going like this. And again, we will round everywhere where these lines, they're crossing the other ones. I hope you will not hate me for this complicated drawing and for all these roundings we need to do. But I feel so calm and relaxed at the moment. I could round all night. I don't know about all of you. Before we start, I was tired from the day, but now I feel full of energy. And you might think, who can help me in creating these amazing things, unbelievable? Who can help me in attracting the abundance in my life? How I can achieve it? Sometimes this help from the universe happens to be a person next to us, a friend, a colleague, or our partner. You can learn to accept any help, any idea. You might hear even something from the radio or from the TV that, I was thinking about this. In the next couple of days, really observe what's happening around you, who you might meet, or who, what an ideas you could hear, or what information could come to you. Maybe you will hear something related to your topic, to the abundance in your life, to something you want to achieve in your life.
The 2 lines that you've put there, what are they for?
They're the help from the universe.
Okay. And does it matter how many we do?
So you could create 1, but 1 for this big drawing, it's not enough. So I recommend there minimum 2. You can add 3 if you feel so, but not more than like 4. It's even too much.
And are they allowed to be crossing, or should we keep them separated?
Yeah. They can cross.
Okay.
Just if you're crossing them, try to avoid to cross them like an X.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Drawing NeuroGraphica, we are following certain steps and to assure that we are creating one drawing that it will really work and that we will have at the end the insights, the results, the energy to move forward. I feel supported with these two lines that they more or less they don't look parallel. No, they look a little bit, but they are not. But I feel supported. I feel like I'm not alone and I have always someone by my side. Here I want to show you something like this one. It's alone, this yellow. So because I don't want to leave it yellow, I will add one more line. So now there are two pieces and it's not alone. So there is one more line. And if you see somewhere in your drawing that there is one cell on or something or circle that is one alone, one color, you can add a line. And the next thing we need to do is I want you to see, to see all these areas and choose where you want your focus to go and make one big circle there. Like, or if let's say you want to pay more attention to your health, make one big circle that, how you call it, that can combine more other circles. So for me, my business is the most important thing. And I see that these two areas, these two circles are very important. And I will do something like this. I choose my attention to go to these two. Maybe they look impossible for me. So one was to focus on the working with businesses. The other one was working with kids. And something that I don't know how I will do it because I have exams now, but I want to create this month of the kids here in NeuroCafe. So maybe if I, it's like this. If I focus on this, I will achieve it. So we need, it's like we put a lens, plural, yeah? This we call it a fixing. This is the solution of our whole drawing. And again, we will round everywhere.
Isabel said, "I feel peace," in big capital letters. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Is anybody
Diana,
else feeling peaceful?
I used
Go ahead.
more than 2 lines. I think that's probably because the universe has got me.
Okay. Perfect.
I need more help from the universe or the universe got me. It's either one of the two.
The universe got you. You can count on it. And how do you feel with these 3 lines? I feel clarity. Oh, that's amazing. How do you feel with these 3 lines? What is your feeling right now? Yeah.
I kind of jumped the gun and went a little bit ahead. I finished mine because I have a hard time following instructions, but I like it. It's pretty and it's fun.
I would recommend just one thing because I see them with bolder lines. I wanted to just choose one and make it a little bit bolder than everything else.
Okay.
Like I have this here. And you see that these lines they're not so bold, but I have one that it's because what is the meaning of this? This is like where your attention will go. So my attention will go to this area. This is the solution. So I want to focus on the business. And when I focus and I create a system and plan, I will relax. And then my health will improve. My finances will get better. I will have time for more meeting with friends. So they're connected. So what is the one area, one place that you can put your focus and everything else will improve?
Got it.
And I don't know how, so I would like to make the same exercises, what we started earlier, but to finish with it. And I will be very happy. I will share my drawing maybe tomorrow because I have another meeting in a while. And I will share my drawing, and I will be happy to see your drawing in your drawings in the group, and maybe to give us some feedback. I will take another piece of paper, and we have another 2 minutes. So, because I want to have some time for closing questions with you. So, take another one paper. Maybe you will continue later with your drawing, no problem. Just, I want all of us to create the same, to do the same exercise, what we did at the beginning. We have 2 minutes. I'm writing again, abundance, my topic. And for 2 minutes, we will write down whatever comes in our mind related to the topic, to what we have drawn until now. Give me a sign if you're ready. Yes, perfect. Amazing, thank you. Let me start the timer. Start. Ooh. And you can finish your last word. Stop. I want to turn the camera and oops, and see you. Okay. How do you feel? How many words do you have right now? Are they more than before? Are they different? I have new words. I have as, must, something that I might make like a must for me to take care, this self-love. 26, perfect. 22, amazing. 30, oh, I feel like you have more words now. And one very important question, what is your aha moment? What did you realize while drawing? Very different words than at the beginning. Perfect. What did you realize while doing this today? Easy.
For me, for me, with an insight, but just more of a reinforcement on how much I value fun.
Okay. And does this exist in your life at the level that you want?
No, but abundance, I think, to me links being able to have fun and give yourself that permission to have those experience those emotions more on a regular basis.
Yes. Okay. Easy and clarity. What else? Something want a lot of energy. Me too. Freedom. You feel free to share with the, I think they can share with their voice. Yes, Robert, or writing down. Abundance is around the corner. Yes, abundance is around the corner.
Yeah, we can take a few minutes. I wanna save just the last few minutes to share a couple things. If there's no other shares.
Yeah, I had I think it was I had a lot of words the first time, so it was 42, and then I had 35 words this time. But what really surprised me was the words that came out this time were all so-called negative. So they were grief, torture, dread, all these sort of really, but it just feels like that they were allowed to ground and surface in a helpful way, even though they're not necessarily that. And the first time I was like flow and all the rest of it. So it's just interesting. It went the opposite way than I assumed it might go. I actually have to go now, but I just wanted to thank you for the session as well.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Colby, I see you have your hand up. I want to take the last 4 minutes for everybody. So, if you have a question or something you want to share, we'll get you connected into the group, the Facebook group, and you can share there. Just a few things. The next NeuroGraphica event we're going to do is going to be on June 12th, same time. It'll be a different link. We're going to send that to you. So we're going to have 4 of these. And the one thing I wanted to say is, what is the inspired action that around what you shared in the beginning? You shared of that area of your life that seemed challenging. It seemed maybe a little hard. What is the inspired action that's coming up for you? What's the inspired action to take? And I also want to say, if there's an action that's coming to you, like go to the park and sit in the grass, that's an action too. It doesn't have to be an action specifically like, oh, it needs to be an action. Is it call somebody in your family or one of your friends? Because sometimes those inspired actions can come up and they don't look like anything connected with what you want to create. But what's the inspired action that comes up for you? And what I would say is take some space after this, keep coloring, write down the inspired actions that come and take those inspired actions. Because that's what's going to create that connection to that next step, that next level. You know, what is the action? And the other thing that I want to put out there for everybody is that Diana and I are both going to open up some space for one-on-one conversations. So if there's something in this that you had a question about, if there's something in this that you want to just dig into a little bit further, if you're curious about something or you have something that came up that you want to discuss with either Diana or I, feel free to reach out to us after the call anytime when you're inspired, and we'll create time with you for a conversation to help you create those actions, that level of abundance in that area of your life that you want. So I acknowledge everybody for being here, for playing full out, for being on camera. It's amazing that you were here. You stayed for the whole session. It's amazing. I hope you got a lot from this. And remember, insights without action are just fleeting thoughts.
Yeah. And I just want to say that the next drawings, they will be different. So we need to see you.
Awesome. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, reach out. Also, if you're not part of the group, the Facebook group, let me know. We'll get you connected to the Facebook group and you can share your drawing there.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us, for being with us and making your amazing drawings.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Have
you.
a wonderful weekend and we'll see you all again soon.
See you soon. Bye bye.
See ya.